All children and youth learn and experience new things as they grow older. Some kids love to be thrown in the deep end. They thrive in challenging situations that test their limits. But other youth really fear the unknown. They freeze up when they have to talk to strangers. They feel stressed about learning to drive. The idea of putting together a resume and applying for jobs is overwhelming and terrifying. If your kid feels nervous about these things, that's normal. It means that your child cares and wants to do well. We can't always fully get rid of the nervousness, but we can help prepare a child for a new or stressful situation. When a child feels prepared, they feel more confident. One way we can do this is by teaching our youth skills and then letting them practice at home and in the community. I work for a nonprofit called Fathers and Families Coalition of Utah. We run a couple different programs that teach youth life skills that will help them find a job and be successful in the workplace. Some individuals I work with struggle with social anxiety or low self-esteem. These youth need some extra support and encouragement as they practice new skills. I remember one boy, we'll call him Dylan. He came to our class in the community and had a hoodie on, just staring at the floor. No eye contact, one-word answers. The first couple of months were pretty rough. But then we started to get to know him, and I found out he loved coding. He was super into computers, and so we added more computer time into our mix of things to give him a chance to do more of what he loved. One day, one of our mentors took Dylan aside while he was working at our Good Start food truck. She told him they were going to practice networking. They went to the community events, and she modeled what it looked like to network, how to speak to someone, and how to ask questions. I think that this experience was really a game changer, because the next time we asked Dylan to go and network and talk to people about our program, he went with confidence and basically just practiced what he had learned. He realized, I can do this. I can talk to people, and people will listen, and they're interested in what I have to say. Eventually, Dylan went into our youth entrepreneur program and created this incredible idea that used his awesome computer skills. He practiced his pitch over and over and over again. I think he practiced the most out of all of our youth, and he ended up winning first prize. It was so incredible to see his growth from the beginning of not even looking at me, like not even speaking to me, to entering a pitch contest and winning first place. Dylan's story shows that all kids have a lot of potential to learn and grow, despite whatever challenges they might face. If you are worried about your child and their ability to be independent and successful, remember that it's a matter of time. Kids grow and mature at their own pace. Be patient. Your child will find their own path to success with time and practice. In the meantime, parents and other caring adults play an important role in helping youth build confidence. Here are some things that the adults in Dylan's life did that made a big difference. First, we had realistic expectations. There are lots of ideas out in society about what milestones kids should achieve and when. Our own experience can also influence the expectations we have for our kids. For instance, say you have multiple children, and your oldest learns a certain way. Then you get to your next child and you have this comparison piece of, well, this worked for my first child, so why isn't it working for my other child? I think that's one subtle way we put unrealistic expectations on our kids. All of us are so unique and diverse, and if we're constantly trying to fit into a box, then it's natural to feel like you don't belong. And then that can lead to feeling depressed, feeling abandoned, or wanting to give up. Parents can come to the rescue by saying, it doesn't matter if you don't fit this social norm, or even if you struggle in math. That doesn't change your value. And it doesn't mean that you can't progress and get better at this. We just have to figure out how to do it in the way that's best for you. Realistically, most kids need help practicing these skills before they can do them confidently on their own. Things like public speaking, coping with stress, healthy conflict resolution, goal setting and making plans, problem solving, and professional skills like writing a resume, cover letter, and interviewing. If your kid struggles with any of these things, let them know that that's okay. A lot of youth automatically think that they're not good at something because they've tried it once and they've failed. But good practice means learning from our failures so that we get a little better each time. Seeing that improvement will build confidence. Another way we helped Dylan build confidence was by letting him experience new things in a safe way. Dylan was a kid who struggled with new experiences. He needed to feel comfortable enough to come out of his shell and talk with people. There are lots of ways you can create a safe environment for a youth to practice a challenging skill. Modeling is a great place to start. I always tell my youth, I'm never going to ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. Let them see how you do it. Let them try it out while you are around to offer support. Then, the next time an opportunity for a skill comes up, take a step back and let them try it with the expectation that it's probably not going to be perfect because it will be their first time doing it alone. After they've practiced, give them a chance to debrief. Don't just talk about what they could improve, but also what they felt went well. Ask them what questions they might have after the experience. This will help them feel like they aren't alone and that someone has their back. For example, you could model a phone call to schedule an appointment and then sit with your kid while they call the dentist's office on their own. When you can't go with your child into a new situation, you can take some time to make a plan so they feel safe. Say your sophomore is nervous about going to homecoming. You sit down with your kid and say, we want you to have a lot of fun. We'd love you to come home at this time, but if you're starting to feel anxious or you're starting to feel uncomfortable, here's what you can do. You can call or text us and we'll come pick you up. A safety net will give them the confidence they need to take the risk and try something new that might be really hard for them. The third way we helped Dylan practice and improve was by supporting his interests. Your child will be motivated to work hard when they find something they're passionate about. Dylan's passion was computers and programming. It doesn't matter what your child is interested in. Video games, for example, might not seem like an important skill, but support any effort to practice and improve. This shows them that you really care, and they will be more likely to come to you and ask for help in other areas. You show your youth that you are truly curious when you join them in doing an activity that they love, or ask them to teach you what they know. Not only can teaching help a youth internalize a skill, it can be a really fulfilling and confidence-building experience. You could also help them find a teacher or mentor. If you aren't familiar with something, you can say to your kid, I don't know a lot about that, but let's either research together or find someone who's more of an expert. This helps kids learn that learning is a lifelong experience. By becoming resourceful networkers, we can find a supportive community to help us. If you can help your kid to feel confident in at least one area or skill set, no matter what it is, you are setting a foundation for them to gain confidence in other areas. Parents want to help their children be successful, and no one likes to watch someone struggle. If you are feeling the pressure, remember, it's not your job to fix your child. It's your job to support your child, whatever that looks like. It's up to your kid to learn these important skills and gain confidence. You can't open their head up and dump it in. It doesn't work that way. They have to put that effort in. I think that most of the time, our kids just want to feel supported and that they belong somewhere versus being seen as a project. So it's really helpful to drop that fix-it mentality. When kids practice, fail, and experience new things, they become resilient. We can't protect our kids from everything, but we can prepare them with the skills that are going to help them be able to face those new challenges and build confidence for the future. Parents should know that there are resources out there. Teachers, counselors, coaches, faith leaders, and other mentors can help. Show your child how to build a network that makes them feel safe and secure. At the end of the day, we all want our youth to be able to succeed in their future pursuits and be an awesome, contributing, happy member of society. So know that you're not doing this alone, and that as scary as the world may seem sometimes, there are incredible people there that are rooting for your child and have your back.